Welcome back, guys. Coach Heimir Hallgrímsson. Should Jamaica start thinking about looking for another head coach? Should this coach be fired? Has he done enough to retain his job? That's something that we're going to discuss in this video. Let's evaluate what this coach has done since he has come in as the coach for the Jamaican Reggae Boyz. He has drawn some games. He has won some games. But let's look at the quality opponents. We went up against Mexico in the quarterfinal of the Gold Cup, lost that game 3-0. We came up now against one of the other top-tier teams in Canada, and we lost the game 2-1. No, one of the major problems I think this coach faces is his decision making. He's not very decisive in his decision making when it comes on to selecting the team. He's very inconsistent. He picked a team with 3 right backs in Javane Brown, Tavon Gray, and Dexter Lambekisa, all 3 young right backs. Then you also have another out-and-out right back, center back playing this defensive, the CDM midfield role for Jamaica. Joel Latibodier, he should be playing his rightful position. Today, we saw it manifested again in the game. He gave Jamaica nothing, absolutely nothing. He was afraid to come back for the football. Daniel Johnson had to be playing the deeper role when I think Daniel Johnson is more of an attacking midfielder to push the play forward. Joel Latibodier was hiding from the ball today, and that basically suffocated Jamaica and made Jamaica has to resort to long balls from Ethan Pinnock. At times, Ethan Pinnock looked like he was our best midfielder. Coach Heimir Hallgrímsson spoke about his time in Qatar, and he said when he went there, he had a specific mindset of how he wanted to do things. I'm starting to wonder now, if he reverting back to that way of just doing things a specific way. Ronaldo Cephas, a player who's playing amazing in his league. We didn't select the player, and he's an out-and-out winger in good form. We brought in Chavante Stewart, who made a jump from the JPL to the Serie A, and he's struggling in the Serie A. Don't know if the coach has watched this game, but I have watched this game. Even editors in Italy has wrote about the player not seem to picking up the pace of the game, but the coach is brought him in and he played him today, which I think Chavante Stewart hurt the team more than he helped the team today. Let's look at 2 more substitutions from the coach. Demario Phillips and Javane Brown. Those 2 players neither helped the team, or I don't know why they were out there. Bad decision making again with the head coach. Canada made about 4 changes before Jamaica made 1. Jamaica made 1 change that they forced upon Jamaica based on Mikel Antonio going down. So this head coach, we have to have guidelines and we have to have goals and find out if this coach is not meeting the targets as far as progression is concerned. The Jamaican Football Federation should think about looking for a head coach going forward, because we don't want to get into World Cup qualifiers where this is the same midfield Jamaica is playing, where we get nothing from the midfield. There is no successful football team out there without a midfield. It's a reason why people pay so much for Calcedo and those players going to Chelsea, Declan Rice, Mason Mount. Those players are intricate in moving your midfield forward and helping teams to control the midfield. Some would say Joel is a good player and Jamaica doesn't have the talent in midfield. I think Jamaica has the talent in midfield. We have a young player like K-Roy Anderson. He showed us in one game that he's capable of playing that position. John Russell hasn't stepped a foot wrong since he played for Jamaica. Still can't get any playing time. This tells me that the coach doesn't really trust a lot of the players that he brings in. And I have to question the coach decision making. Why bring in players if you don't decide on playing them? This is very confusing for us. Sometimes it looks like we are improving, and sometimes it looks like we're just a normal team. Today, we look like a normal team. Today, we look like a head coach that doesn't really understand what he wants to do, really. This static 4-4-2 just not working. Maybe he should start thinking about the 4-3-3, something to be more dynamic where Jamaica can compete in the middle of the field. But if this coach doesn't progress, Coach Heimir Hallgrímsson should be on the chopping block like any other head coach. we should think about this. Let me know in the comment section, people, what do you think? Should we think about a new head coach if there's no improvement after the Canada game? And how many games would you give this coach to see if he improves? And if he doesn't improve, should we look for another head coach? I'm your host, Jay Taylor. Until next time.